Alright, so this is part B of that lesson. So we're working on that question that we're working on is that the weight of the cat is 3.3 kilos, working out what the log of its weight was, and so log of 3.3, and when we got that 0.51851, and we're talking about where it said to two significant figures, and we're discussing what we were talking about, two significant figures, what significant figures were. And so essentially it's just the first two figures. So as I was saying, you ignore the zero. Any zeros at the front are not significant. At the end they are, but at the front they're not. And so it's just the first two numbers after that. So the first two numbers after that are these two, the 5 and the 1. So to two significant figures, after the 1's an 8, so we need to round that up. So two significant figures, 0.52. Alright, and part D was determine the weight in kilos whose log of their weight is 3.4. So the log of the weight equals 3.4. So remembering from last time, the log, this 3.4, the logarithm, that is, another name for a logarithm is the power. So that's the power on the 10. So 10 to the power of 3.4, and you use your calculator for that. And when you do that, you get 2511.886. And the question says, write your answer to the nearest whole number. So nearest whole number. So the whole numbers finish here. So after the 1, the first decimal place is an 8, which means we then write that answer to the nearest whole number as
2,512.
And 12. Yep. All right. So what we're going to look at now, and I've got a handout sheet with an example that we'll work through. Handout. All right. So if we have to draw a histogram, we're going to use our calculator to do it. All right. So on the handout sheet, we've got mass of animals. And what we need to do is, first of all, go to our calculator, and from the menu we need to go to statistics. And I've already got something in mind, so I need to clear it all. And then what you need to do is, in list 1 you need to enter all of these bits of data. Because I didn't do this before, I'm going to have to do it now. Right, now on the exam you're probably not going to have to do, you know, huge numbers of data like here, but certainly in the sacks where we've got time, you quite easily could have to enter a fair bit of data. So everyone watching this on YouTube, hi to everyone watching on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So hopefully you don't go to sleep. And you're following, of course, on YouTube, you're following with your calculator as well. Well done. 6.8. And if you are watching it on YouTube and you're wondering where these numbers come from in the worksheet, go to Sino Online, to the maths pages to further maths.
You can put the link in the description.
And then it said, or I've just had information, I could put the link in the description. So you learn things every day. Even an old bloke like me can learn stuff. Alright, 56. Alright, last one. Alright, so there's our data, mass of animals. We've got 27 of them all together. There it is. So as you can see, some of the numbers, so here we've got 87,000 there, but then we've kilos there, but then we've got 0.1 of a kilo. Alright, 0.023 of a kilo, so we've got a massive range of numbers. So it's going to be difficult for us to put a histogram that's actually going to be meaningful. So we can use a log scale. So rather than just doing these weights, what we're going to need to do is find the log of them. So the way you can do a calculation for a whole column or a whole list is you do that down the bottom here. So down the bottom there, if you just go to your keyboard and just the ABC is just as easy as anything, and you just go log, I'm going to use the bracket, log, bracket, 10, comma, list 1. You do that and you press EXE, and there we are. Now, because it doesn't come up with useful numbers here, it comes up with all these logs because I've got set and standard. So I'm going to change that to decimal. I'm trying to do it, of course. There we go. Alright, so now we've got this second list. Let me get rid of the keyboard now, we don't need that. Alright, so I want to set up a histogram. So we're using this icon here. Comes up, switch it on. What do we want? We don't want a scatter plot, we want a histogram. The X list, because I've done that calculation and put those answers in list 2, I want to change that to list 2. And then that's all I need. Set. So the next thing that I need to do is draw that, and I'll tap on this one here. And then I'll get this box that comes up, dialog box asking me what I want to do. And so I want to start at -2, and I want to go not to 0.771, that's, so the calculator's given us a suggestion. I want to go to whole numbers, so -2 to 1, and 1 is my step. All right, so I'm starting at -2 and 1 is my step, so 0.77 is the step, no good. I want to go up by whole numbers, because remember these numbers here are the powers of 10, aren't they? So it makes sense to go up in 1, which is power of 10, then you go okay, and then there's your histogram. All right. Now you notice that I did that one single-sided, so you can pull that apart and stick it in your bound reference. All right, that's it. Done. Don't forget, like and subscribe.